G'day and welcome to G'day Crochet. I'm Trish. I'm the creator and founder of G'day Crochet. And yes, you guessed it, I am a crochet artist. So let's jump into it. First, I want to say Happy New Year. So it's officially January 2026. So I'm recording this on the 25th, on the 5th of January. Yeah, so make sure you've got a cuppa and maybe a snack, and we'll go through some of the makes that I've made. So first, actually I better move my notepad closer. First is this little guy. So I reckon he looks like a watermelon bear actually. So I've embroidered his eyes on. So there's actually quite a bit of sewing. I had to sew his ears, his head, his arms, his tail, and I think his legs are in the round, I think. And you've got to sew on his muzzle, and I embroidered his nose. So he's meant to have a love heart, but as I was sort of putting him together, I actually thought he looked like a watermelon bear. So I decided not to do the love heart so that way I can sell him anytime. He's not exclusive. Yeah, and oh, excuse me. So this pattern is on the Yarnspirations website. It's a free pattern, and it is by Zara. Here we go. Zimmerman. I'm so sorry if I've said your name wrong, but they're a bit tricky. And so he's the first one that I made for the year. So I reckon he's adorable, and I reckon he'd sell, I reckon. So he can sort of sit up on his own. He can, yeah, and he's made out of the velvet from, is it valuable from Spotlight? I don't have the labels on them now. I've balled them up, and that's the green, and I used the Timu like red velvet yarn for that. And then his nose, I just did Jolly Joy and just acrylic for his eyes. And same with his feet, that's just the Timu velvet. All right. So we've done him. So next is a bit bigger pack. So I can put this down. It's the Battle Pack by Nikelle, 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 I'm guessing. And so this one, we've got like a swinging donkey on the head spiky ball. I've made this in Motivera. So that's garnet and charcoal. I think this is called a fillet. I've been practicing how to say it, and I think it's called a fillet or something. And yeah, you whack them with. And then we've got a sword that both me and my son agree it's more like a dagger than a sword. And same again, that's made out of Motivera, garnet and charcoal. Then we've got the little axe or tomahawk. So these are so easy to make. Like if you know how to sew some bits on, like there's quite a bit of sewing. You've got to sew the axe head to there. You've got to sew this onto there, then this onto there. This one was pretty much no sewing. All you had to do was weave in your ends. So this one wasn't too bad. And then there's one more somewhere. This one. Oh, it's a bit of fluff from when I pulled it through. And then you got like the basher. So this one's missing a couple of rows. So I didn't read the pattern properly, but yeah, if you know how to do single crochet, bobble stitches and sewing, you can make these. Like they're so easy. So that's them. So they're by Nikelle. Then next is this beautiful guy. So again, I've embroidered the eyes on this one, just in case a younger child wants it. Like, I don't know how the whiskers would go with a younger child. Like, they're not going anywhere. Let me know if you reckon I should cut his whiskers. I reckon they look a bit short. But this is the Sitting Kitty pattern by Wonder Crochet. So I didn't stuff his tail. I just reckon it's nice the way it is. This one is, let me think. I think it's Noiso, I think. I will double check when I'm editing, and I will put it up if there was sewing. I sewed the head on. Sorry, sometimes my stitching is pretty good and I forget, but because, yeah, you start there and finish there. So, yeah, you'd have to sew the head on. Maybe the tail as well. But the legs and that is in the round. These little things here is like a big stitch, and you just like sew to make that. And so I just used a bit of, I think it's Millen's plush yarn there for the pink, and then just white acrylic that, I don't know, could be any brand. And the yarn I used was the Jolly Joy yarn. So, yeah. And so that's my Sitting Kitty. I reckon I chose the wrong colours because I thought it more looks like a puppy than a kitten. So, and then we got the Sitting Kitten. And then thanks to Robin at Notting Hook Crochet. I love watching her channel. Everyone's been doing this. Well, a lot of people. I can't say everyone because not all crocheters. But I wanted to get rid of the like Mabel chickens because no one buys them anymore. Like, once you've bought them, haven't you? And no one really wants more. Hang on a second. And so I made Cookie the chicken. So I used acrylic for the apron, and it all comes off. Like, I'll lift the apron off. So that's what it looks like without the apron. So I used acrylic for the apron. I used the valuable glitter in yellow for the feet and beak, Motivera for the brown, Motivera red, which I don't think you can get anymore. And this was just in the Millens. So it's super soft, and I just thought it would be perfect for accents. Maybe doing the whole chicken in it might look a bit better, maybe. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so there's the chicken. And so this one, the wings are worked in the round, the feet are in the round, the tail's in the round, and then you just surface crochet the comb. I did use safety eyes. For some reason my phone looks weird. Yeah, so I did use safety eyes for them. And yeah, so I'm not making much at the moment because I'm hoping next week to actually order some filling off Amazon. So I'm not using pillows because people are saying using pillows, they don't last, and like they go chunky and that on the inside. So if anyone knows a good place in Australia where I can get, like, I was hoping to get like it by the kilo sort of thing. So if anyone knows anywhere in Australia where I can do that, that'll be great. Like, just get a big box of it and keep it in the spare room, and then fill up my turtle because my turtle's nearly finished. And then I can just fill him up as I need. And so that's all I've made. I'm currently working on a 90s project and a couple of other new patterns that I want to do. As for the new year, so if that's all you came for, I'm going to just sort of talk about going forward now. So if you just came for the makes, I put them at the start. This year I want to try and release one free pattern at some stage, but not too small. Yeah, so that's what I've been thinking about doing. And I also want to go live probably the last Saturday of the month. I'm thinking around lunchtime, like 12, 1 o'clock Adelaide time. So that's part of my New Year's goals. I think that's pretty much it. And I'm thinking about doing like weekly videos, but not so much what I made this week sort of thing. I'm thinking about doing what I made in January, what I made in February, and do it that way. Just because I kind of lose track sort of thing. I get engrossed and I've been decluttering and all of that. So, oh, excuse me. So yeah, I'll move them up so the sun's not glaring. I've got the sun glaring from that way and then sun from that way. It's nice and sunny today. Yeah, so on that note, I will pop back in next week with another video. Sorry this one's not that long. Yeah, just getting back into the swing of it again after doing the hook mess. Yeah, so that was day 25, by the way, that thing there. So it just holds like yarn and that in it. So for anyone wondering what day 25 was, it wasn't knitting needles. So I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful New Year's, and I'll chat to you in the next one. Bye.